Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today I am taking a departure from my normal eyeshadow and I'm doing something different with an icy blue, something that is completely uncomfortable for me, but I teach this to you on the channel, so I wanted to do it myself. And then we're going to hear from two women in their 60s on how they feel about aging, confidence, and menopause. Are you ready? Let's get this beauty started. All right, ladies, we're gonna go and do a makeup tutorial where I'm pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. So I always talk to you about this and I'm gonna be doing it myself because I have this palette that I found. I'm not quite sure. I think I bought it before the move. It's a limited edition palette from Dior and it has this ice blue in the middle. It's so strange. You know, I only use 3 colors and Dior always has 5. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to use this with this nude palette. The thing is though, is that Dior palettes are very like that micro glitter. So sometimes it's a little much, but I thought it looked really pretty. So I put on a denim shirt. I have on gold jewelry, which is warm. I have cool hair. Do you see where I'm going with this? I have warm palette and then I have cool. No, let's just mix it up. Let's just be a rebel today. So that is what we're doing. Now, I do a lot of research on Pinterest. I love Pinterest. And I found this blog a couple months ago called Sheer Luxe. I've been following them. They're out of London. The newsletter came to me today and I was reading an article about how Sheer Luxe partnered with Estee Lauder. And they did this campaign called Because of My Age, like fill in the blank, right? Because of my age, I feel confident. Because of my age, I feel unapologetic. Because of my age, I can do whatever I want. So I was like, the ladies will love this. Now, this is not story time. I don't love reading to you when you come for a makeup tutorial, but guess what? This is what we're going to do. You're going to get great takeaways from these women in their 60s. I want you to be inspired. I want you to feel good. When I was reading this article, I was like, you know what? This is why I have my Fierce Aging series. Let me give you a little B-roll here. We are making super strides. I'm not at the studio. I'm always filming here because it's not ready yet, but I'm like, film. I need to show the ladies, like we're making progress. We laid the floors. We got the floors laid. We have, you know, the video wall is going in right now. I mean, it is going to be so spectacular, ladies. Again, worth the wait. Just like I tell you with all of these different products that I came out with, totally worth the wait. So it reminds me of my Fierce Aging series where when I have these ladies on that I don't know, I just meet like literally 5 minutes before that are in their 70s and 80s. And they give me so much advice and I feel like they're like my big sister and I'm not afraid to age. I'm not afraid of life because I do get a little wrapped up in everything and then I get like some anxiety about just the future and, you know, and then I look at these ladies that have been through so much and so many different things, whether it's political, whether it's, you know, environmental, whatever it is, they've been through it and they're here to talk about it and be positive and be inspirational. I love that. So when I was reading this article from Jo Good, she's a journalist, and Nadine Baggett, I just felt like, oh, I would love to sit down with them and like hang out with them because they give such great perspective. So I'm going to tell you, so if you go over to their YouTube channel, you'll see how cute Jo Good is. She is such a little firecracker. And she gives us a little information on how she feels about self-confidence at 69. So I'm going to read what she said. She says, I like to think the layers that have formed as you age give a confidence to how you approach life. I'm now 69 and I've come from various backgrounds, acting, presenting, and now I'm doing a bit of influencing. If you chip away, there's no longer an emptiness, just layers of experience, good or bad. And that to me is the joy of aging. So then Nadine had thoughts on aging and confidence. She said, my confidence has grown over the years, and I think it's because of all the things that life throws at you. You overcome those things slowly and realize you can't shy away from the good, the bad, and the ugly. You also realize nothing can break you, and that's so powerful as you get older. I've lived for 62 years. I've been tested, and I've proven I can mess things up and it's not the end of the game. Life continues and those ups and downs make you stronger and more confident. So I love that. I'm listening to women in their 60s, 70s, and 80s that give me kind of like the path and that really just inspire me. And I'm always looking for that. So then they said, on this campaign that Estee Lauder partnered with them on the Because of My Age campaign. So Nadine says, because of my age, my career has had a second wind and I'm grateful for that. As a journalist, I've interviewed so many amazing chemists, founders, and artists over the years. And inside my head is a Rolodex of information and all of that has to be of use to someone. And then Jo says, the campaign shows women with lines like me. Those lines are what I call the map of my life. But such campaign images were unheard of before. We've been told, or certainly made to feel like we lose our shine as the years go on. But that's no longer the case. As this campaign is showing, you continue to grow and shine. So I love that whole kind of perspective. Then they talked about the cult, which I pulled out because, I always have this. I've mentioned it on my channel a million times. The Estee Lauder Cult Serum, which is the Advanced Night Repair. So they did a little bit of a blurb on that. Like everybody in the world knows about this. And it was one of the first to really be using hyaluronic acid, the benefits of hyaluronic acid, etc. Nadine said on Menopause, if you think of some of the most powerful women in the world, they are reaching their true power and potential when they are older. And that includes energy-wise. Power moments, in my opinion, come post-menopause. One of the things to do is to realize you control your narrative about your own menopause. Knowledge is power. So I recommend getting a good doctor throughout the process and seeing it all as a new chapter. It's often a powerful time and a liberating one. So I love that because I'm in this roller coaster of hormones and like unstable emotions at all times. And then Joe said, I'm not patronizing men, but their lives are quite linear. We as women have a new chapter after the menopause, and there is something quite exciting and invigorating about that. I like to think of it as a comma, not a full stop. So that's just to give you some information from women in their 60s, really living life, being positive. And I just, again, would love for you to write below in the comments because of my age and fill in the blank. I love hearing your stories, ladies. I heard so much from you when I had posted my last video that had the title, New Diagnosis. You ladies are so amazing, so supportive. And I take periods of time throughout my day to respond to everybody. And then I'll go back and then I'll do some more, what have you. And I'm trying to keep up with all the comments and responding and see you and hear you. And I just want you to know that it's really important for me to constantly be going on there and trying to answer all of you because you're so important to me and important to my channel. So with that said, we have this little energy of aging, and because of my age, I'll fill in the blank. Because of my age, I feel bold, fierce, and unapologetic. Those are my 3 words. And I've stuck with them ever since 2015. That's what I had to do because I was going gray and no one else was. Okay, so we're gonna do, guess what? I'm showing you the sunscreen that I think is fabulous, but I know a lot of you are gonna have a problem with the price, but guess what? I've already told you. I showed you La Roche-Posay. I love that SPF 50. It is a physical sunscreen and it is priced really well. You can get it at the drugstore, but I am trying the La Mer SPF 50. This is not a physical sunscreen. It is a chemical sunscreen. Could be a drawback for some of you. I think it's a serum. You can see like just beautiful. I just find it to be very different from all the sunscreens that I have used in the sense of texture, feeling, not being greasy, not giving that white cast to my skin. It goes in immediately on my skin. So that's what I'm using right now. And I've been loving it. So I'm putting it on for all of you so you can see I did do my whole skincare routine. And now I'm putting on the sunscreen and we'll go into the eyes. Sunscreen is in the skin. I gotta put my hair back. So we're gonna just use this little headband. Verse Skincare gave this to me. It was very sweet because I love pink and gray together, as you know. So let's go in with our first step, which is the eye primer. This is going to be neutralizing out. So we want to neutralize, especially since I'm going in with nudes and like this icy blue. I don't wanna see any pigmentation on my eyes. So I'm gonna work that in, base of the lashes all the way up to the brow bone. So now I'm going to think about this. Okay, so I have a lot of choices. What am I going to start with? Let's start, you know what? I don't want to go with this color here. I'm going to go with a deeper color here. And then I'm going to use this maybe on the middle. I don't know. We're going to just try this out. We're going to see I don't even know what the colors look like on. So I'm experimenting with you and we'll decide, do we like this? Do we like this look? So I'm going in with more of this copper color. It's a little bit deeper. And we're going to see how much, I don't even know how much pigment comes out. Okay, so it is actually pretty light. So this was a good color to go with. And you see like the warm and the cool. I love it. I love breaking those rules and putting on more of a nude eye. And then we're gonna see how this blue is going to pop. Now, granted, I could have done the blue on the whole lid if I wanted to. I just kind of wanna mix it in so it kind of pops a little bit. This is actually a pretty color. Don't find it blends as what I'm used to. So let me just blend it a little bit more. So you can't judge yet. You have to keep building and you have to keep working through. Don't get discouraged when you look and say, oh my gosh, that looks so bad. Oh, it's so warm. Oh, my eyes don't look great. you have to keep going. Okay, so we're going to do a little blue on the middle here, right? We're going to just place it. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to blend in too. So this is interesting. I'm going to just do a little blue here on the middle. Now what I'm going to do is let's just blend this up. Let's just see if we can get a hint of that blue or if it's going to just dissipate off. It looks like basically I'm taking off the blue. That's okay though. A little bit of remnants will be there. And well, you know what we'll do? Looks actually pretty. Now it almost looks like I have a sheer wash of this blue going over, and it actually kind of cooled off this color. All right, interesting. I'm not upset about it. It's different. So let's go with maybe this like buttercream color. I'm a little afraid to do this on the brow bone, but let's just do a tiny bit just to lighten it up a tad. It's very shiny, as you can see. It's little, I mean, it is definitely, it's interesting though, because I would think that they would pull down this micro glitter a little bit for more mature eyes, but I'm used to, my product is a sheen. It definitely has a pop of color, but it's a sheen. You don't see all of these micro glitters in here. So it's just a little bit different for me. I got to just pull back a little bit. Now, what we need to do is you can see, okay, you could keep it here if you wanted to. I feel we need to go into this deepest color to give some contrast and some color. I don't know how pigmented this will be, but I want to give that dimension. This is like one of my things that I always like to do because I feel like it completes the look when you give a little dimension to the end. Again, don't worry because we can clean this up. You can get as free as you want to with your makeup coming out, and then you're going to clean it up. So I'm just going to go in this corner here. I think actually the colors are looking nice, different, kind of washy color. It is quite sparkly though, which is, you know, a little bit different, but I'm here for it. This is quite pigmented. You can see I'm applying and needing to just really blend now. Let's just blend this out, get it nice and just really soft. I'm just going to take my Almay pad and I'm going to lift up this extra eyeshadow on the end. This is what you don't want to get included in your concealer. You want that to be up and clean. And that's why I say you can just get as excited as you want, blending it out, what have you, because you're going to clean it up. That's what I do just on the end here. And you know what? This is interesting. I mean, it's nicely blending all together. It's a very different kind of shadow and look for me. I'm going to actually take a little bit more of that blue because this is why I picked this palette. It's crazy, right? I'm going to just add a little bit more blue on the top and come in a little bit. So I'm just adding just a little bit because I know if I blend this, it'll just come off. So let's just put a little bit more because this is why we showed up. The blue almost is like giving this like shine to it, like not a wet look, but interesting, just very interesting. So now to finish up the look, I will curl my lashes and then we'll go right into eyeliner. Lashes are up. Now taking our waterproof dark chocolate, we are going to line the eyes. So you can wear an icy blue like that and not feel like you're really dating yourself. I feel like it's a more modern twist when you have those neutrals and then you're just touching it with a little blue, icy blue. I think it's kind of pretty unexpected. I love that it's something that I would not normally wear. I'm just taking my short smudge brush, which I like to call my eraser brush, and just smoothing out my dark chocolate. Like I think that maybe take a little bit underneath that I have residual. If I do, if I don't, I just put a little underneath just so it's like kind of smoky but balanced. And then we're going to go into our volume up mascara. I like to go to the base of the lash because this is a comb. It's going to grab all of those beautiful, thin, mature lashes that are like tiny little lashes that you want to see. You want to grab them and go right up to the ends. So it's nice. You're really combing and brushing and getting the maximum lash for the minimum effort here. So go to the base, wiggle back and forth, pull up. The slower, the more intentional, the better with my wand. If you go and you start doing crazy like wand maneuvers, you're going to be disappointed because it's going to get everywhere. You want to go to the base, just go straight up. And I love when I do it like that because I don't have to go back over and then be like, oh, okay, I'm literally spacing them out as I do it. So mascara is completed. Look, it looks like beautiful, like false lashes. You can go over again if you want to have like a little extra more on those tips, since we really work at the base. And now we'll perfect the skin. So my skin has been prepped, primed. Actually, you know what? I have not primed it. Fiercely Smooth. I'm going to do about a pump and a half. This is my face primer. I like to concentrate on this area. I gotta tell you, I am using this skincare line that I'm not revealing until I finish my 30 days, because that, we'll get the full story on it. But I gotta tell you, putting this on and feeling my skin be smooth and not bumpy is like a miracle. Because you know how it's been since 2020. I started talking to you about what was going on, and I have more theories now because I've thought about everything that it could possibly be about texture and pigmentation and all this craziness. And I gotta tell you, my skin is feeling so good. We're now past a week of using skincare. I'm using my sunscreen. I'm very excited. I just wanna make a note that Fiercely Smooth is not a moisturizer. You have to prep your skin properly and then put on your Fiercely Smooth, which is a face primer. So now we are primed, prepped, ready to go. I'll use a little bit of my Just Peachy, my tried and true color corrector, just working in this area here. Let's just erase all the pigmentation. Using my foundation buffing brush, I'm gonna just buff this into the skin. So this is what I use prior to my concealer, because I want to kind of help my concealer not work that hard with trying to correct my pigmentation. Now what I'll do is I'm gonna go in with my BB cream light. This is my Beauty Blur. I'm going to do, it's really a pump and a quarter that I like to do. I've tried more and it's just a waste of product. So just using, again, my foundation buffing brush, I'm gonna go into the BB cream and buff it into my skin. Skin is looking hydrated, even toned, just gorgeous, but so lightweight. I don't feel like there's anything on my skin. So I'm going to use my clear brow mascara just to groom my brows a little bit. I'm actually going to be using my Ballerina Rose. This is a beautiful 3-well palette that just looks beautiful on. I like to sweep across and just kind of create my custom color. And then I'm going to just pop my cheeks to give it that healthy glow. If you feel like you have too much blush on, just take your foundation buffing brush and just go back over, because you have residual BB cream on it, so it's fine. Kind of layering it and giving it that kind of just muted look, and then you can go back and add some more if you want to. Staying power really enhances when you do that. I'm going to just take a little, once I have the blush on, I'll take my Creme Brulee. This is my hybrid bronzer, and it has shea butter in it. It's a really beautiful formula that I created in Italy, and I'm going to just swirl it on like this with my blush brush, and I just go just right on that base of my cheekbone. So I just kind of give that a little bit of dimension. You can do this all over your face if you want to. I like to come up here and then on my jawline. A little bit more of my Rose lip balm for hydration before I put on my lip liner. Today's combo is going to be Organza lip liner with Nick Ray. This was always my combo. Then I went into Cameo. So I go back and forth between Organza lip liner and Cameo. And also, ladies, since these are really beautiful, soft lip liners that are waterproof, you can use this as a lipstick if you want to. And then when you put on a lipstick over whatever lipstick you choose, it's almost like you're creating your signature color, because it's going to be mixing in with the lip liner and your lipstick. And if you put on a lip gloss over, it's a really nice way to customize your lips. So you can have a really beautiful color that maybe is not just from the tube or just the lip liner. You don't have to just line your lips with it. You can line your lips and then fill it all in like I'm gonna do today. So you see that the Rose lip balm allowed me to get this look. So it doesn't look dry. If you have dry lips that are cracking and flaking and you try to do what I just did, it's not gonna work. It's gonna skip over all of that dry skin and it's gonna look terrible. Moisturize your lips. Do a hydrating lip treatment at night. Always be paying attention to your lips, because it doesn't look good when you try to line like this, or you put on a lipstick and it looks like, all those dry areas on your lip. You want to, especially when you're aging, you want your lips to look really beautiful. So I'm going to just put over my Nick Ray. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just add a little bit of my Manifest and Glow. I think it goes with the whole story today with the ladies, with Nadine and Joe talking about just empowering yourself as a mature woman. I just think that, see, this gold, it's going to pick up a little bit of my gold. I'm really giving you a lot of different colors today with gold, silver, blue on the eyes, wearing denim. Now, granted, I wouldn't be wearing my pink headband here. My hair is dirty. What's new, right, ladies? My hair seems to be dirty all the time. Should I put it back? I could do a look like that. The put back dirty look with the little rubber bands. Maybe we'll do that. I think that might be the answer to when your hair looks like flat and big and it's doing its own thing. My hair still is not going to want to go back like this, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna spray it. I'm using my Orbe. It's a fine hairspray. It's not a heavy hairspray. And there we go. This really does the job. So there we have a really beautiful look, mixing this golds, blues, natural lip, just really embracing aging, embracing putting on makeup, feeling good, putting your hair back, working on your skin, wearing your favorite sunscreen, whatever that is. It can be any sunscreen, because you ladies love sunscreen. I love sunscreen too, but I don't always put it on because I want you to see makeup instead of sunscreen. But I have that new La Mer sunscreen that I am enjoying. And just take this day and really move forward in a positive manner about whether it's menopause, whether it's your wrinkles, your pigmentation, your body. Just really show some love to yourself and realize that women that are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s are telling you that it is so great on this side. It's really about your attitude, the way you're perceiving your aging, and just empowering yourself and be around like-minded women. That's why my channel is so powerful, because if you look in the comments, you are all there from all different ages, and I love it. So leave a comment below. Because of my age, fill in the blank. I can't wait to hear from you. And until my next video, I'll see you later.